Check, check, one, check, one, two, one, two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Let me know first and foremost in the chat by pressing the number one if y'all can hear a nigga. Give me a one if y'all can hear a nigga. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. The Make It Make Sense podcast. That's what we're calling this one. That's what we're calling this one. It's the Make It Make Sense podcast. What up, Bobby Ruffin? I see 10 people in line. I want y'all to put a number one. Thank you. If you have not joined members only, please make sure that you do so. Tomorrow we'll be having a members only chat. So only members only will be able to participate in that chat. I'm going to drop 2 members only videos tonight. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. We're about to get this party started. I am your host, Heaven James Clark, aka Heaven Hollywood. What's up? What's up, mi amor? What's up? What's up, Sexy Sixty? What's up, Ariano? What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all this evening? We got to go into some things. This is the Make It Make Sense podcast. Because we got to make it make sense. We got to make it make sense. What's going on here? We got to make it make sense. T. Tanner, what up? Yvonne, what up? Lori B, what up? Let me get my theme song popping. Where y'all from, B? I got a moderator finally in the building. All my moderators, be on the lookout. Don't have too much of an itchy trigger finger, because I do allow people. I mean, I might be a little extra lenient on people, but if I tell you, all right, they've had enough. If I tell you they've had enough, then that's when you get to clipping. So I don't want nobody to start slipping. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, man. Chloe Bailey is going viral. She's still trending. This movie dropped, I believe, on Friday. We going into Sunday. She's been trending now for over 24 hours straight. And we're going to do a panel tonight. If people want to come up on the panel and discuss it, I'll allow you to do so. But I have to have enough people that want to be involved in the panel, or else I'm not going to do it. I'll just sit up here and talk all night and smother. So she's been trending for over 24 hours. We got Beyonce and Ciara, the dress comparison. Why isn't again, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Why is it that Beyonce can wear a Shia dress to her party and nobody say a damn thing? But Ciara did it. It was like the worst thing in the world. Everybody's ready to cancel Ciara over a dress that she had on with her man there. We're talking Ice Spice, and does she have a new man? Does Ice Spice have a new man? And ironically, it's somebody who wanted Nicki Minaj. But does Ice Spice have a new man? We got Megan Thee Stallion making that switch. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I said, well, once Megan Thee Stallion gets out of that contract, the Megan Thee Stallion that you see is not going to be the Megan Thee Stallion of old. She got the money behind her now. I seen her in pictures with the fully dressed on, looking like Auntie. She went fully conservative. She went vice president conservative. I saw her hanging out with Kamala Harris. Megan had the long hair looking like a damn school teacher. I hear you though, Meg. You know, there's a certain place, a time and place for everything. And Megan was dressed up like she was a school teacher. Saw her with Kamala Harris. Megan said she had new music coming. So I'm looking forward to this. Now that everything is out of the way, and she got Jay-Z behind it, and you know Jay-Z really don't like Nicki Minaj all that much. No way will he tell her like he told Remy Ma. Because remember, Remy wasn't going to say anything. And then Jay-Z, the one that brought it to attention, she keeps taking shots at you. You're just going to let her take shots at you. You know she's talking about you. Remy's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I asked. I pressed the bitch. I fucking pressed the bitch. Remember I pressed you before, bitch? I pressed the bitch. And she copping, please. Saying it's not about me. But I don't know, Jay. What you think, Jay? You think that bitch is throwing shots? You think that bitch throwing shots? She's definitely throwing shots. Just listen. I'm a master. I know when they're throwing subs. I know when people throwing subs at you. Trust me, I'd ambush her right now. I ambush her. I would ambush her. Jay Jay ain't always in the ladies' beef. He just always in the beef that has to do with Nikki. He ain't in like he's not in like Lotto and Nikki beef. He ain't touching Lotto. No, I think I'll pass on that. Anyway, we gonna be talking about that. Damson Idris. How come Damson ain't getting dragged? He was the one soliciting the back shots. Now, let me not say soliciting. People start thinking I'm calling Chloe a hooker. Lord knows we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. No, we do not. Okay? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about if any party game comes in. Is there a snippet? That has been the thing over the last 2 days. I heard the snippet. You got people saying they've heard Cardi B's snippet, and it is fire. Fire. That's what they're saying. They're saying they heard the snippet, and it's fire. I don't know whether anyone has heard the snippet or not. We're going to definitely find out. Hold on, let me find my theme song. Where y'all from, man? We about to get into some things. The things that people want to talk about. We're not gonna beat around the bush and talk about, Charleston White. Nobody wants to talk about Charleston White. Charleston White's gonna get his at some point. We don't want to talk about Adam Jumper, messing with little girls. And the white dude's been doing that. The white dude's been doing that. You feel me? The white dude's been doing it. My brother's gonna join the panel. We're gonna have Wes Clark joining the panel tonight. I'm gonna bring him in shortly. Get my theme song going, man. I ain't playing with y'all tonight. For real.
See, I'm in the club making it rain. And gas in the VIP. When I step in the club, all eyes on me. I hear dance flow, through the swag on. Please excuse my hands, they get the rag on. 700 on the product, 20 for the make. Try not to go into me and make it spill my brain. Got it full of roll, check on the car. Two-stepping with a nigga, baby mama. When we lay you on no drama. And sour block, guns cock, he going one
All right, let's go. It's your boy Evan Hollywood. Make It Make Sense podcast. Thank everybody for joining in tonight. I had to go back. So that's right, Marcel. I had to go back. Is Chloe still replacing Beyonce? Well, sure enough, don't look like it. So, but we're going to get into that stuff. We also, I want to touch on real quick, too. Miley Cyrus. Hold on a second here. Just real quick. They're saying that Miley Cyrus ran up on Kendall Jenner at the Versace party. Miley get real. All right, now, Miley, you don't like people running up on you. You don't like people running up on you, Miley. Don't just be running up on anybody now. When people run up on you, you get the crying. Yeah, but they said Miley Cyrus ran up on Kendall Jenner at the Versace party and was checking her about some beef from damn near, God, I don't know how long ago it is. Selena, the funny thing is this. Selena Gomez has to be the most popular person, and nobody knows what she does. Nobody knows we don't know whether she's a singer. We don't know whether she's an actress, but we do know one thing. We know she got 400 million followers on Instagram, and she's the most followed celebrity on Instagram. The first person ever with 400 million followers. What the hell? 400 million followers, Selena Gomez. So, from what they say, Miley Cyrus, let me just find something here and share my screen. All right, so I'll just give you a quick record, then y'all can let me know what you're saying. Then I'm going to bring Wes Clark on if anybody wants to join into the panel. Once we get to talking about Chloe Bailey, Beyonce and Ciara. And we're going to try to wait to make it make sense. Like, this computer kills me. Like, I don't even have that many windows open. It's just driving me nuts. Okay. So This is what happened according to sources. Miley Cyrus went up to Kendall Jenner backstage at the Versace fashion show and wanted to address her about bullying Selena Gomez. Now, Kendall hasn't done it, but recently Kylie Jenner, right? Kylie Jenner was a part of this. Remember about a week and a half ago, there was something about Selena's eyebrows, and Selena said, "Oh, she made a mistake. She did the eyebrows like that by mistake." And then Kylie came on and posted her eyebrows. Kylie has a way of shading like that. Remember, she posted her foot after Megan got shot in the foot. So Kylie's always doing that silent shading, right? Always doing that silent shading. So this time she posts her eyebrows and goes, "Oh, was this a mistake or something like that?" And then Selena's fans got in her, you know what. So, Selena always wants to keep the peace. So she basically said, "I'm going to get off of this app because it's just too much drama." Kylie then came back and said, "I'm not shading her. I love Selena." Knows the whole thing with Holly Bieber, who everyone says who's been copying Selena since she's been with Justin. But anyway, Miley called Kendall allegedly the B word, said you're a bully and a you know what. And allegedly Kendall got so upset she busted into tears. But then the next part about that, she ran into the waiting arms of Bad Bunny. That makes people even worse. That people gonna be even more mad than Miley. Damn it, you made a run off and run into Bad Bunny's waiting arms. All the all the Bad Bunny fans, they are upset, boy. anyway, anyway. So let's see here. Yes, Hallie, not Haley, not Holly. She came on and said Hallie. Oh, Halle Bailey, right? Haley is I listen. They just they gonna be happy with whatever comes out of my mouth that night. Is Halle Berry, Haley Bieber, Holly Bieber, whatever. We know who I'm talking about. Hailey Bieber. So this person said, not Miley Cyrus actually confronting Kendall Jenner at the Versace show and making her cry because of how they bullied Selena. Deserved. Haley got scared and posted her support for Miley's album. But Miley posted a story with Selena Gomez after that instead. I am living. All right, so I don't know whether that story's been confirmed or not. You know, I would like for one to ask. You know me. I'm like, hey guys, is this true? All right. So let's get into the make it make sense stuff. So Beyonce, Beyonce. Hold on here. We're gonna show the dress that Beyonce had on right? We're gonna show the dress that Beyonce had on for her. Now remember, it was not the Vanity Fair party, right? It wasn't the Vanity Fair party. It was Beyonce's party, but it was still it was still an Oscars party. Beyonce is the one who usually throws, a really big Oscars after party, right? So I'm gonna find the dress. Hold on, that Beyonce had on. This thing is going so slow, and I don't understand why. Okay, so Beyonce leaves. Little to the imagination, sheer gown, and pastries. And I don't mean cakes. All right. So the question that Ciara fans then started asking was, hey, wait a minute. Beyonce's married. Beyonce has kids, right? And even though it may not be the same type, as revealing as Ciara's dress, the bottom line is it was still revealing. Let's wait till this pops up, right? There's B. It was still revealing. Now, I want to hear all the people, and if you want to come on the panel, you could do that. I want to find out what is the damn difference. Hold on. These things are loading way too slow. I want to find out what is the difference between this dress that loads. Like, this is crazy. Seems like whenever I start sharing the screen, it just goes mad slow. But
I just shared the screen if you could see it.
okay, cool. The director's in on thing. Maybe I'll have you doing it from over there because yeah, if you can do it from over there, these things are like tripping. Hold on. All right. So Beyonce's dress is sheer. Beyonce's dress is sheer, right? And hold on. Did you see it? I don't see it on here. Um.
I shared it. It's being shared.
Okay. Well, I can't see it from here. Sorry about that. So, there it is. Now Beyonce has the jacket on there. She actually takes the jacket off. If you can find the picture with the jacket off, and share that. Beyonce has a picture where the jacket is off. Right? There it is. You see the nipples, the pastries covering it. It's sheer in the middle. It's sheer on the legs. The only difference is Beyonce has a black cummerbund that's going down the middle of the dress, so that makes it a little bit less revealing. But you can still see it. You can still see it. And nobody said a word. Now, the two main reasons that I heard, that I heard Ciara should not wear that dress was, oh, It was inappropriate for the setting, which was an Oscar after party. And she's married. Her husband was with her. She got children. So does Beyonce. So Beyonce has kids. Ciara has kids. Beyonce's husband was with her. Ciara's husband was with her. Ciara was at a Vanity Fair after party. Beyonce was at a Beyonce Oscar after party, which is one of the top after parties of the Oscars. It's probably more attended than Vanity Fairs. A lot of people that went to Vanity Fairs went to the Beyonce party. That's only because Beyonce's party started a little later than the Vanity Fair party. So a lot of people went to the Vanity Fair party and then headed over to Beyonce's party. The same people were there. The same people were there. Right. Thank you, Jay is chilling. The theme was called Barely There. So Ciara is dressed for the occasion. That dress was barely there. So what is the problem? Why did Ciara get absolutely dragged all through social media? Oh, I thought she was this isn't Christian like. She's not a Christian. Then of course they had to run to that when they found out her husband was there, because a lot of them, of course, didn't do the research. A lot of them thought Russell wasn't there. Then when they find out Russell's there, oh, she's supposed to be a preacher's wife. Russell Wilson isn't a preacher. He's a football player. And so people just start creating their own narratives. Oh, she's supposed to be a preacher's wife. I thought Russell Wilson was a quarterback. What's up, Brooklyn? I thought Russell was a quarterback. Yvonne says a lot of people hate to see. Hold on.
Selective outrage.
That's the name. That's the name of it. Selective outrage. Perfect name for it. And that has been the thing. Remember, Chris Rock also said that.
That was the name of his actual special. Selective outrage.
So, a lot of people, again, Beyonce is older than Ciara. Right? Beyonce is older than Ciara. Wade Jr. says people are doing what they always do, and that is pick and choose. Plus, a lot in our community don't like Ciara because she represents the woman they wish didn't make it with a good guy. Interesting take. Wow.
Spot on.
Sheesh. Oh, there it is. Finally.
That was spot on.
So people, let's read this again, and shout out to Wade M. Jr. People are doing what they always do, and that is pick and choose. Plus, a lot in our community don't like Ciara because she represents the woman they wish didn't make it with a good guy. So it's in Wade's opinion. I wish Wade would come up on the panel. So I'm going to say, in his opinion, they probably, are you saying that's the reason why they're always bringing up Future? They would probably rather Ciara be with Future. Wade, would you agree?
Well, I agree, because that's probably that's the messier route. So that's what they want to see. They want to see her
Wow.
go the messier route.
Wow. People want Ciara to be a single mother forever. And that's what Ashanti says. This is crazy.
It's deep.
I'm gonna be honest. That's a very good take because I didn't know that. Thank you for that, Wade. I did not know that. I thought I'm always hearing the Ciara prayer. Oh, see, so maybe it's just like backhand compliments or women fronting like they really are happy for Ciara. Oh, the Ciara prayer. I need a man I need a prayer that Ciara to. I thought they were generally happy. Ariana says that's why Krishan and Blueface are so popular. Another point. Moderators, here go another ball hanger. Yes, you said he'll join. Just put, okay. What's the link? So send Wade the link. Put the link out there for Wade. I want Wade to hit that link and come up and explain that point because this is the first I'm hearing of this, and we're gonna bring him up on the panel.
Yeah, I just sent it out.
Wes, if you want to put the link out there, so Wade can hit
Just
that link.
you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if they can.
Yeah, I
Can they hear
just
you? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, because I was talking and you kind of talked over. That's what I sent it out there. I put the link out there.
Okay, cool. So once Wade hits that, there's the link, Wade. I want Wade to hit that. And anybody else who wants to come on the panel and join in, we're going to be talking about the Ciara and Beyonce, and then we're going into Chloe Bailey. Speaking of Beyonce, we're going to go into Chloe Bailey on the Make It Make Sense podcast. So I'm waiting for Wade to click that link. If you don't want to go on camera, you don't have to. Let's see here. We'll put him on the West. If you can put him on the stream,
I already did.
cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
What
Wade,
up,
what's
Wade?
up, brother?
Hey, what's going on? I definitely appreciate
Welcome
for
to the panel.
allowing me to come up to explain like this is something that I've seen regarding Sierra.
Right.
Um, and of course, I'm definitely millennial. I'm 31 years old, so I kind of watched her career. But the thing with Sierra, it seems like people are really upset with her only because she air quote made it with the good guy. People have an
Right.
issue with Russell because they view him as corny, lame, or whatever negative connotation of having a cleaner image.
Right.
Only because she's not the woman that they feel like someone like him should be with. But on the
Wow.
flip side, it's
That's
like she's being
crazy.
penalized because of her past relationships. Being with
Right.
being attached to someone like Bow Wow. What's the football player that she was with? Kind of rumored to be with 50 Cent. Of course, ultimately
Right. Right.
Future. And it seems like
Future.
they wanted her to stay like in this negative archetype baby mama situation as if she doesn't deserve anyone better. But then when she found someone better, after people came down on her of like, why are you dating these type of dudes? And she either self-reflected and got herself together, or she was pushed to do or go with another type of guy. She got penalized for it.
No,
Wow.
interesting. That's interesting. I think you hit it right on the head. Actually, I mean that's pretty much what it is. And
Then
as you
you have
said,
a guy like Russell, which I
You
applaud him. Both my parents was a part of my life. My father died back in 2014, but both my parents was present. And for Russell, it seems like in our community, they would rather Russell ignore Future and Sierra's son in the household than for him to be an active parent. All this backlash about him playing football with the kid and all of that, that's us doing that. So would you rather Lil
right.
Future have a present masculine father figure in the house out of someone else's like public insecurity about it, because we don't really know how Future feels deep down inside. We just hear him over the years say things like publicly that he wouldn't move the way that Russell's moving. But this is our community doing that type of damage for no reason. And I think that also plays into why her career, her music choices, her music career is kind of like stuck on pause because we're
Mm-hmm.
penalizing her because of
Talk
her
about
dating
it.
choices.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Facts. All
I'm
facts.
telling you, man, he's preaching. You up there preaching. And that is hit it right in here. I'm gonna bring Courtney in as well. Or West bringing Courtney Austin. Courtney's gonna join the panel. And man, I'm telling you, man, um you let me know something that I really wasn't paying attention to. I did not have any idea. I'm thinking that when uh people was really rocking with Ciara, like, oh, the Ciara prayer. Oh, I need to get the prayer that Ciara's getting. So I'm thinking, like, okay, they're happy Ciara found a good dude, but
Yeah, I mean,
Nope.
man,
what they
maybe
gonna
not.
do?
Nope. Let's hear from
Courtney,
Courtney.
What they gonna do?
Courtney, you in?
Seriously, what they gonna do?
What do you mean?
You hear me?
I
You
hear you.
scared me because you ain't say nothing. So I was like, what they gonna do? But Sierra showing her cheekiness, showing her cheeks. That woman is grown,
Right.
but she's married. People are looking at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's scary. It's scary. I can't touch on their relationship. I don't know what they go through physically, but I know what's put on the screen. I know what's put on the screen, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, is she okay? They might ask her, hey, why are you dressing for the after party?
Well,
Well,
that after part that she was dressed for was a theme, so and that's kind of like the thing we were talking about, whether why who Beyonce who had on a similar dress, and who is married and has
I didn't
children
see
as
that.
well. Yeah, she has
Yes,
on a right.
with
So we
Sean Carter.
correct. So you think it's because of who she's married to?
No, Beyonce has talent, obviously. She good at acting. Um, she said she was into good God and stuff like that. So that sounds
Mhm.
cool. Like it seemed cool to me. I'm trying to talk for like myself and a few people I know. They was like, Beyonce not the same anymore. It's not that she's bad. She still look like Beyonce, don't she?
Right. I mean, no, we're not saying that she's bad. I guess what we're really trying to go
Right,
down, the road we're trying to go down is
brother.
yes.
Are you eating? Like she looked like she starved herself a little bit, but she still looked like a mother in the public eye. So I can't say nothing on that. That woman has her kids. Sean Carter has accolades of working with like different cars, people in real cars. Like, I don't know what's real and fake anymore because so much work is getting done. But you can tell when somebody real.
yeah.
I'm with
Well,
you.
the
I'm
whole point,
Yeah,
I'm with
the
you.
whole
So
yeah.
I think
The
go ahead.
another
Go
piece
ahead,
of
Wes.
this where people may be overlooking a little bit is for the
I had to get up.
simple
I
fact.
had to get up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, Wade. I had to get up out of here. She didn't know what she was talking about. She's totally off the subject. Get her up out of here.
I
Sorry,
got you. I got
Courtney. I had absolutely no idea what you were talking about, sis. So I had to remove you from the stream. Go ahead, Wade.
Yes, another thing that I think that, and once again, I'm Black African American, so but I've noticed a trend where once someone like I guess makes it to a certain level or get some type of like I made it about themselves in whatever mindset that they have, it's as if we like slowly chip away at them for not really assimilating, but being themselves. So, for example, we're talking about Sierra. Sierra is someone who, she Atlanta out here. And she was presented to the public as like, you know, a round-the-way type of woman, but still growing. And I feel like people wanted her to stay in that same bubble. That's the same way with Chloe, what she's going through now. I feel like we are the problem with her image.
We
I
are.
don't think it's her. I
Most
think that
definitely.
we have viewed Chloe and Halle as these little girls, and we refuse to allow them to mature at a rate that they feel like it. So we appreciate the path that Halle has taken, and we don't even really give her any grace. That could be something she want to do, but if she deviates from it, we punish her for it. Now with Chloe, she decided to do what she wants to do. You know, that means
Right.
to be provocative, be sexual, be an adult in the form that she wants to present herself, and we're penalizing her. I don't think she's the issue. It's us is the issue.
Exactly. Exactly. Paula, we're gonna have Paula join the stream. Wes, if you can bring Paula in. And right now we're talking about Ciara and Beyonce. Why have I not heard anything? I haven't heard anything negative about Beyonce's dress. I haven't heard anybody say she's married.
Right.
Why would she wear
Selective out
something like that?
selective outrage. And to be honest with you, we shouldn't hear nothing negative about Beyonce's dress, just like we shouldn't hear nothing negative about Ciara's dress. That's the whole point. That's the point of selective outrage.
Right.
Because it's Beyonce, we don't get the outrage and the craziness and the she's married and she got kids, which all of those things apply. So that's the point.
Right.
I um I just want to say, first of all, there were other people, quote unquote, white, that had the same type of outfits on as
Absolutely.
she had. There were like four other people, and they also had one where her whole chest was out. So,
Absolutely.
I think that it is our people that are the main ones that are criticizing, because you don't hear any of the other saying anything, but
Nope.
it is ours. Now, as far as Beyonce, I think that everybody considers Beyonce, of course, they say that they're the Illuminati, that type of thing. So they can't really say that they're into church, that type of thing.
Right.
So
Right.
they come at Sierra because I think that Russell, they went somewhere where he was praying. He had the prayer or whatever
Mm-hmm.
just days prior to that, and I think that they were saying that, how are you coming now and your wife is dressed like that? And Sierra is dressed like that. And she even sung at the engagement that they went to. So, but it just seems like it's a lot of judging. I think that's the main thing, as to where, since these celebrities, it's more judgment, because I'm sure that if you bring everybody else into the limelight, everybody does different things. And I think it's just a lot of judging, on what people, because
Right.
it doesn't say that just because you're a Christian, that you're going to be perfect in everything. I mean, you don't know what she's
Absolutely.
going through. She may have not made it to that point yet. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right. Absolutely.
I think that it's more so someone behind, the scenes that are pretty much speaking on it all the time on different things. With Chloe, I mean, Chloe has stated that she's always been like that. I mean, it's just the
Thank you.
point that from what we have
Thank
seen,
you. They
we
were
saw when
young.
she
They
was
were
younger.
kids. I don't mean to cut. I don't
Right.
mean to cut you off, Paula. But when I said this a month ago, people are like, "What are you talking about?" If you look at Chloe and Holly, all right, once they turned around 15, 16, Chloe's dress has always been a little tighter. Her top has always been a little tighter. She's always been a little bit more provocative. Always. She was the first one using profanity in the songs. She has always been that way. It was just that she was a kid.
Well,
So
not only that, when she was a child, I think they might have been maybe 11 or 12 when they were singing, together. I mean,
mhm.
Chloe was always very animated when she sung.
Yep.
And I mean, it's like now they feel that she goes too far or she does it too much,
Right.
when she does things, but that's how she's always been. Um,
Thank you.
Hallie has always been the kind of, meek, she really, has been the quiet, but she's always been very animated in her singing. as to where she's always kind of tend to kind of, go with, Beyonce, and everybody's trying to compare
Mm-hmm.
that she's trying to be like her, but that's just who she is. And that may have been her, you never know. That may have been the person who she looked up to as she grew up. But regarding
Most
Sierra,
definitely.
regarding Sierra, I just think that it's the same thing with the music that, her music is not hitting, now the type of music that she's doing. They feel that
Right.
she's too old to try to, do the type of things that she's doing with the dancing and things like that. So I think that, like I said, it's just our people have something to say about, somebody else, and they feel that they are just perfect, but that's not the case. But I feel that since we are not part of the public eye, and everybody is, on Twitter, that type of thing, they just say what they want to
Mm-hmm.
say. I feel that that's what it is.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted to say, as you guys were talking, I have been sharing on the screen the entire Vanity Fair theme. Everybody there was dressed bare. That was the theme. Look at this
that was the
picture
theme.
of Here's a picture of Janelle Monáe. She has a very revealing top on.
Right.
Very revealing. No
So
one
so
said
that
nothing
so
about
right.
that.
So exactly. So that takes out well, it was inappropriate for the event. No, it wasn't.
No, it
You
wasn't.
have to know you have to be there and know what the theme is.
I
Yeah,
think that a lot of people didn't do
look,
their research either,
yeah,
Yeah.
of
because if you're
course.
looking at what
Look at Becky
TMZ
G.
or you're looking at what these blogs post, then they're only posting
Look at this.
certain pictures of these,
Hmm.
people. So if you're not seeing what everybody else is wearing, then you're only basing it off of what
Yep.
blog you're watching at that time.
Every picture that I have been scrolling as you guys were talking, they're all look at this right here. This dress here. Look at the dress right here. This is Alessandro Ambrosia. Very revealing see-through dress. That is the theme. Period.
Mhm.
Right.
Here's
Which is why
Emily
I said,
We're gonna
Ratajkowski.
I'm
yeah,
right.
which is why
I'm
I
gonna
said
add Win. I'm gonna add Winter to the stream. Sorry, but go ahead, Willie.
okay, yes, which is why I said I really feel like Sierra is being picked on. Anything that she does that deviates from, I guess, like a Christian mother type of role, if she deviates off of that, which she could very well be that, but we're not allowing her to basically be herself. We put like a trope on her, kind of the same way that we
Right.
did with Good, where we didn't even allow her to be herself, all because of who she was married to.
So I
Hmm.
totally agree. And they're doing the same thing to Chloe. Winter, what's up, Winter?
Hey, what's up?
What's going
Uh,
on?
thanks for joining us. What do you have? What's your take on the Sierra and Beyonce situation, and Chloe too, if you want to speak on it.
Okay, let me start with Ciara. I think really is that they won't even let her be be happy. They're
Right.
mad at her because she escaped the statistic. She went through the
Mm,
bed, beat baby daddy. She got
right.
married. And I hate to say this because I be on TikTok a lot and I watch the comments. They are mad that she escaped the trap. They are like deflecting their anger of what they didn't get and how she achieved to get it. So if they can't really be there for her and root for her, they rather drag her down. And I sat
Hmm.
there, it's more women than men.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
sat there and watched it. The hate
It
is so
blows
That's
my
the
real.
bad
mind.
part. That's the
It
bad
blows
part.
my mind.
The hate is so real on that girl. I mean, it's like they hate to see her win. And I'm like, he's with her. He's not saying anything. Maybe he asked her to wear that. Maybe that turns him on, having men look at his wife, knowing that she's
Exactly.
sexy and attractive. And they can't accept that because they never had a man treat them like that. So
you
when
might you might be right about
they never had a man to really put them on that pedal, be like, baby, you fine. Baby, wear this. And they can't
right.
take it. They can't take it because they never experienced that. They probably will never get the ring. So if they're never going to get the ring, they're going to try to downgrade and try to be like crabs in a bucket and take the next woman down. If I was Sierra, I'd be naked all the time just for them. And far
Yeah,
as
for real.
Chloe, Miss Chloe, I mean, Chloe has a beautiful body. She's pretty. She ain't got no babies. She really don't have a background. So they're gonna hate on her too. Because she's talented. The girl is
Right.
talented. There's no reason why she shouldn't have a hit record by now. It's nothing but our community, our women hating on that young lady. Because she's fine. Beautiful body. Ain't got no plastic surgery. They can't take it. Just
Right.
it just
What
gets me, honey.
now? But now, why do you think? Because I do agree with you. Chloe is beautiful. Chloe's very talented. Like I said, I have her right now. As far as young women go, to me, I think she's the most talented out there right now. She does. She produces. She sings. She can choreograph. She can dance. She can play instruments. So she can vocal arrange. So but she's not the only talented one out there. Why is it that she gets some of? Here's a perfect example. She just went through the song with when she did the song with Chris Brown, right? Very good
Mhm,
song, may I add.
mhm,
She did the song with Chris Brown. She got dragged for doing the song with Chris Brown, and then the next a couple of days later, and if you remember, Normani got dragged last year for just being in Chris Brown's video. Now, Cassie, a couple of days after that, is in a video with Chris Brown, and it's nothing but positive comments. Oh, you killed it. Oh, Cassie and Chris Brown. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Where's all the energy you had for Chloe? You
honey.
why do you think that is?
Honey, let me tell you something. Cassie is she really don't look black. Cassie is a toss up. Baby, I
Hmm.
can call her Spanish. But you got Normani and you got, you know, Chloe.
Right.
And they're black girls. Cause Cassie really don't rep for the black girls like that
Right.
at all.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna push back on this. Okay. We're gonna play devil's advocate. Okay. I got you. They're black. What about Nicki Minaj? She didn't get dragged. She got 4 records with Chris Brown.
Okay, I'm gonna put that out there. Nicki Minaj is hood as hell. She's been hood since she came out. She never really played a good girl role at all.
Hmm.
Look who she married. They can relate. Anything toxic, black women can relate to because
Mm.
she's not gonna get dragged because she's toxic herself. So she's on their level. But Chloe and Normani is not on their level. They're good girls. They don't have like a toxic situation falling
Hmm.
behind them, and they can't relate to that shit. All they can relate to is toxicity. And if they can't relate to that, oh, it's they're finding anything wrong with you, anything to say something negative. Chloe had a sex. She said she was nervous when she did the sex scene. Baby,
Right.
they probably didn't drag that girl caught all kind of loose and she trying too hard. If it was anybody else, if it was
Right.
Cassie, they would have cheered her on, honey. What they got no money and Chloe gonna have to do is pull a whole Whitney Houston and do a crossover because these people ain't gonna support you because they got
Yep.
too many issues.
Hmm.
But I wanted to say something about that. You know how, and this is life, where, we tend to look at the negative things first and
Right.
not, pull out the positive. And with Chloe, instead of, pulling out the positive that she's a another black, woman that was able to get into the movie scene or the TV, to be able to, do that. Now it's more so like, I'm starting to hear where they're saying that she was only in the first scene and she, passed away. So it's, I'm thinking that, the people who are on Twitter, as far as it's not the general public. I mean, it's more so
They're
of
not
us
the
that are
nope.
on
They're not.
right that are on Twitter. And regarding Nicki Minaj, she has a huge fan base. And also, that
Mm,
certain fan
that's a good
bases,
point.
they are part of other artists as well. So some of her fan base may not like Chloe. So if she's not having that support from them too, that may be the reason why she may not be succeeding as well. Um, but of course, if you have a person that's close to you where you can talk to, normally you can say that people change. That's the even thing
Mhm.
with Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, she could have changed when she came back, but she's always going to have that title with her, where people are not going to
Right.
like her for that reason. But she could have changed. She could have went and got help. But it's still, they don't look at that. They're only looking at, and a lot of people, we don't see them. So they're only going to talk about you anyway, what they feel that you're not about Black culture. As far as
Right.
Brown, how could you do this? Because these are Black women that are collabing with him. So they feel that they are doing this against Black people, but they don't look at as far as that this is a job. You understand what I'm saying? And you should be able to separate
Okay. All right.
those
So you
things.
got a little choppy. I pretty much got what you were saying. You got a little choppy there at the end, Paula, because a little buffering, but
Uh,
we're going to remove
yeah.
Wade from the and I
Let him get his
appreciate
final
Wade
thoughts.
getting it kicked off. Um, you know, once we go along, if you want to come back on the stream, Wade, you are definitely welcome to do so. Hey, it's me. I'm gonna add Hey, it's me to the stream,
Hey,
and
Hey, and
wait, can you hear me?
you can sound
yeah,
off.
we hear you good. We hear you good. Before you get started, but I wanted to address what I think was Paula that said about um the people that are saying Chloe was in the first 5 minutes and then her character dies. But see, whoever says that, okay, fine, she dies, but what people are missing because they didn't watch the series, Chloe's
Sorry,
character
spoiler
is
alert.
throughout.
Y'all have had enough time now.
Yeah, yeah. Chloe's character is throughout that series. Yeah, I wasn't the one
Yeah,
who spoiled it. The people are saying, "Oh, she's in the 5 minutes, she dies." Chloe's
right,
character's throughout that series. So
right,
it doesn't matter. People have to understand. You're looking at a production. You're looking at a series. So just because a character dies in a person doesn't mean the next episode you may not see a flashback of that character, or you may not see or something else. So doesn't mean that they're not. Her character is in several episodes of this
right,
season of this series. So just want to put that out there because people are not. They're not even watching it. They're just
right. They're
going
not
by what
watching it.
they think. Go
What?
ahead. Hey, it's me.
Um, I haven't seen the show yet, but I want to watch it just to support Chloe. I feel like she's very beautiful and she can sing. And I don't, to be honest, I don't get the hate that this woman gets. Like, why do y'all hate on her
Me
so
neither.
damn much?
It's
Me
I
neither.
don't
crazy.
get
I don't
it.
get it.
I feel like a lot of these people nowadays don't have a brain of their own. If they see one person hating, they gonna
Yep,
follow behind.
I say
They
it all
don't
the
think
time.
like, do
Yeah,
y'all?
they're
I'm
just
like,
following. You're right. They're just following people. It's when people think it's the thing to hate on somebody. That's what they do. Chloe Bailey, as you already said, she's not just a singer. She's very talented, and actually, she did a really good job in this series. Her character, as it relates to the story, she did a really good job, and I commend her for that. So people need to stop just jumping the gun and watch the series. That's number one. Watch the series so you can understand what her character meant to this series because her character is like a catalyst for the main character. So you got to
Right,
really
right,
watch the series and understand, even though her role may not have been a star role, but it was a very important role when you see as the series rolls out. And I'll say that without spoiling any more of what goes on. But trust me, her character is very important to the plot of this story, of this series. And yes, she does appear in other episodes of the series.
okay,
right.
that's great because I'm excited to watch it just for Chloe. I'm just tuning in for Chloe. I gotta support my girl, and also, on the Sierra thing, I noticed that Sierra has been receiving a bunch of hate. Cause I
Mhm.
remember when people been dropping past music, people saying, "Oh, that shit trash. Turn that shit off." Like I'm like,
Right.
why are hating on Sierra? Like
Uh,
people
th-
switch up so fast. And like back in the day, like everybody loved Sierra, but now it's like, oh, get this old bitch off. That old ugly ass bitch,
right.
get the fuck off. I'm like, damn, why? I
Black
remember one time,
black people switch up fast. I mean, yeah, I say that all the
All the
time.
time.
The
Say it
the the, uh,
all the
the
time.
black people switch up quick. So
And I
if
don't
they
understand.
and I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I know um back when in the 90s, early 2000s, when people generate real fan bases, there was nothing that artist could do to make their fans to turn their fans against them. So, but now because of the quality of music, because there is music that is not, it's music that's not very lasting, it's music that really don't mean anything, and the stars are microwave, so you're gonna have microwave feelings. If somebody gets hot overnight, then you're gonna perfect example. Ice Spice. I was one of the first people to see Ice Spice's video. When Ice Spice first dropped that video, you can go back to the comments right now. Go to YouTube and go back the uh the Ice Spice video Munch, right? And look at the first comments. This is trash. This girl's garbage. Um, well, she can't rap. So now they're talking about the princess of rap. You know what I'm saying? And now the same people,
literally.
right now the same people, because you know me, I'm petty. The same people that I could go back now and see the same people commenting. I
On
go down
everything.
now. I go down to now, and they're commenting again. Oh yes, I spiced the princess. Wait a minute. You got a comment a year and a half ago saying she's garbage.
Talking all
But
that shit underneath her post.
right. But now
Yeah.
you're on the same song saying, "Oh, the princess of rap. Oh, Ice Spice. Nobody can touch her. Oh, she everything she got. Every song she is a bop." And I'm like, now they're saying now all of a sudden she's a great rapper. She be dropping bars. And I'm like, wow, like that was quick.
Literally. I'm gonna say something that might get me canceled in the comments. But I'm gonna say it because the reason I'm gonna say it because you're not afraid to speak your mind, which I really love and respect about you. That's the reason why I
Thank you.
like you. So
Thank
I'm not. I'm gonna still say it. I'm gonna keep that same energy with Ice Spice. I don't think she's a great rapper, but she is a very pretty girl. Not to say
you.
she's
Absolutely.
unproblematic.
Totally
I
agree.
agree. I agree.
And
I
people,
agree. I never thought she was a good rapper, but
I
she's pretty and she seems like a nice young
Right.
lady.
She
But
seems
other than that,
unproblematic
right? Yeah.
But
so far.
I
and
would say
also and
this.
also the only reason why people are saying she's a good rapper is because she sucked Nicki's dick. That's about it. And they're not ready to hear that one. They're not ready to hear it. Because before Ice Spice even came out and said she was a Nicki fan, people was like, man, that bitch trash. Man, that bitch mid. Like she's not even that pretty. I'm like, y'all just hating. Like you can say that you don't like somebody's music, but don't go as far as to bash and talk shit 24/7. Then that makes you look like you're a fan. Before Ice Spice said she was a Nicki fan, nobody was fucking with her like that. Also, after she started catering to the bars, catering to Nicki,
That's true.
everybody's like, "Oh my god, the princess of rap, the princess of rap." I'm
Right.
like, "What?" And I noticed that a lot of these female rappers, they always catering to the barbs, even though someone got past comments of them talking shit about the barbs. And I feel like a lot of these
Mhm.
marketing teams or these PR teams behind these celebs be telling these celebs to cater to the barbs just to get that big fan base. But they're not realizing that can still hurt them. That still hurts them because if they say shit about Nicki or go against Nicki, the people are gonna fry their ass up and they're gonna lose
Hmm.
like 50% or more of their fan base. Cause right now, if Ice Spice
Hmm.
goes against Nicki or posts up with Cardi or does a song or puts a song out with Cardi right now, she's gonna lose 90% of her fan base. And then start calling her a flop, talking about she mid, her music is trash. Cause
Right.
I feel like
You're right.
they might switch up on Ice Spice too, because I don't like the way they did Sweetie. They did Sweetie dirty. Because remember when Sweetie first came out, every girl wanted to be her, every
Want
nigga
to be
wanted to fuck
sweetie.
her. Literally, everybody
You
wants
know,
Sweetie.
I love Sweetie. So I mean, you you know I love Sweetie, and I done defended Sweetie, done got rocks stones thrown at me, laughed at, insulted. I still rock with Sweetie. I don't care what nobody says.
Literally, because Sweetie's unproblematic. That I like Sweetie because she's unproblematic. I don't get it. Now everybody's saying that bitch can't rap. I thought like 2 years ago y'all was riding her dick saying that she could rap. What happened? All of a sudden y'all switch up? Like what happened?
Right.
Because I now understand why a lot of black people go pop. I'm not gonna lie. Not
I
gonna lie.
totally agree. With Hey It's Me. Hey It's Me is passionate. You gotta calm down the profanity, man. Because
My bad.
YouTube will ding
YouTube
us.
is haters. YouTube be hating.
But
So you
I
know.
just let Hey It's Me go because he passionate.
Hey,
um,
My bad. My bad. My bad. I'll calm it down. We don't keep it PG-13. My
uh,
bad.
Winter. This is Winter speaking. Ice
Mhm.
Spice is not talented. I just want to put that on the rocks. She got the right aesthetics for the
right,
music business. She got the look. But
Yeah.
as far as bars, we're not gonna play this game. There is nothing there, honey. She is like, what's happening now? It's catchy.
right,
I can sit in my kitchen and make up a rhyme and put on a wig
right. I call her
and
a
get a
cat in the
tummy
hat
tuck
rapper. I call her a cat
and
in the
call
hat
myself
rapper.
a rapper, honey. Because that is not it. That's not it.
Right.
But my main thing with Nicki Minaj, she is pulling a Beyonce. Now you remember when Beyonce first went with solo, she was doing it with Lady Gaga, then she would do
Hmm.
a video with Sierra, Sierra.
Right.
No, who is it? Was it Shakira? No, the girl
Shakira.
Yeah,
Shakira.
Shakira. Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote all of them. When it was hot, when Lady Gaga was hot, she was all in the video with the gun, making, putting on outfits, riding in the car. Then the girl came up, then she jumped on with her. Nikki has learned the game. Instead of hating on the girls, when they hot, she jump on the song with them. When they're not hot, she just paint them dust.
Mm.
That is the situation that's going on with her. But as far as longevities with these rappers, these young ladies, they're not an MC Light. They're not a Queen Latifah.
Right. Right.
Their records probably won't get played 30 years from now and say it was a
Absolutely
classic.
not. We don't
So
have those type of artists anymore. I think like
No.
I said, I told people like Nicki Minaj was right on the cusp of the new generation, but she still had her foot like in the old generation. So she's kind of like the last of the Mohicans, I like to say, because she's the last person that's on a contract that's not a 360. She like right before they switched over and switched all the contracts to 360s. Nikki's on that last contract that she's probably like the last rapper that's still rapping now. That's not in a 360 though. That's because she's still in that deal that she initially came in the game with. And again, like you said, she Nikki is a not only she mastered being a rapper, she mastered being a professional. Now we know she acts childish or what have you, but I'm what I'm saying is I'm not talking about the way her personality is. I'm talking about her professionalism as far as music, as far as a businesswoman, as far as learning the game, um, and mastering being an artist. So that's pretty much what she did, and she's that last person that that is like that. So
I
these everyone coming after her, I believe is going to be 2 to 5 years, and out. You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
With a lot of these girls.
I agree with you. When she said, when I knew she had got the game together, when she said I got my own record label. When
Right.
she said that, I said she finna work these girls and get paid. If
Which she should. So I
Yeah.
mean,
I
at
ain't
this
even
point,
mad. I'm not
Yeah.
even mad at her. I wish she would have came out. She could have got Glorilla because she don't even read her contracts. But I'm pretty sure I Spice don't read hers either. I'm like, get to the bag, sis.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness,
yeah.
y'all are funny.
We have Amanda who joined the thread as well.
All right,
Uh,
Amanda.
so I was just gonna speak on just like the Chloe situation. I
What's up,
think a lot
Amanda?
of
I ain't heard you in a
what's
minute.
up. I've been in your show. I've been peeking in, but I've been late.
I got you.
No, I think the Chloe situation is because she's under Beyonce. Like when Beyonce had first came out, Beyonce got a lot of hate. Like when she was in Destiny Child. I don't
Right.
think a lot of people remember that, but I think it's being under Beyonce,
Thank you,
to be
thank
honest,
you,
because
thank you for saying
she's
that.
she's not like she's not they're not to me they're not allowing her to become her own artist. She's like a mini Beyonce. Like
Mm,
even when I seen the video with Chris Brown, like the hat she was wearing, Have Mercy, she had like some of Beyonce's looks in her as well. And I think
right.
that that's like part of why she's getting backlash. She's very talented, but I don't
Right.
think I think she needs to get this is just my personal opinion. I think she needs to get under Beyonce and get some new management because I don't think she's gonna
Mm,
really grow. I don't think she's really gonna grow as an
Mm,
artist, especially as Beyonce. Beyonce's coming back and working.
mm-hmm.
So if she's supposed to be Beyonce's replacement, that means she's gonna be dang near
right,
shelved for until Renaissance is over. Beyonce about to go on
right,
tour. So
right,
she's like you can't have Beyonce 2.0 with Beyonce still in the picture.
Right.
Like
right.
that's not
Now
gonna work.
I'm glad you brought that up because we were talking about this off air, and I kind of said the same thing, except for it could go a couple different ways. Now, number one, I believe since Beyonce is like her mentor, supposedly, she should bring her on tour with her because
Absolutely.
that should be because see now I'm gonna take it back. You know, I'm an old cat, so I'm gonna take it back. Mariah Carey used to when she had her label Crave Records. Okay, this was like in the '90s. She signed a group called Allure. Okay,
Hmm.
Allure at the time was the same group. They came out. They were kind of like
They were
came out at the
Destiny's
same time
Child
as Destiny
before
Child.
Destiny's
Yeah,
Child.
they came out before Destiny's Child. So Allure, it kind of fell into that thing too. Mariah Carey did not do what she was supposed to do as a mentor. She didn't take them on tour with her. She didn't. You're supposed to do that because what happens is now I understand what you're saying. You know the replacement. And I got something to speak on that too. But if this is supposed to be who she's mentoring,
And
absolutely,
managing.
yeah, and managing Chloe should be opening up, and we don't know if she is yet, but she should
Right.
be opening up for Beyonce because she has some music coming out. All right, and just to speak on what you said about the replacement, I thought that was an interesting word because I remember several, no, a few years ago, maybe like 10 something years ago, I was filming. Uh, there was a new artist, right? And our boy Rick, shout out to Rick Frazier. He's an executive in the business. He used to manage Timberland. So I went with them because I was filming for them to this new girl that he was pitching to Universal, and
Mhm.
the president of Universal, Barry Weiss, was there, and she's singing for this girl sounds a lot like Beyonce. So I'm connecting what you said about the replacement because nobody's replacing Beyonce until she's ready to be replaced. So um, they love the girl. She sang and she sang for them. And Barry Weiss, the president of Universal, was like, "Yeah, I love her." He said, "But I have one problem. She sounds like Beyonce, and we already have a Beyonce." And
Right.
he's like, "So I don't know how to market her." Right? This is what he says. I'm sitting here witnessing all of this right now, and that's what when she used the word replacement, it brought me back to that meeting. So Beyonce, trust me, it's not just Beyonce. Everyone in the industry is not trying to replace Beyonce until she's ready to be replaced. So, um, but back to being a mentor, she should bring Chloe on tour with her and prove, kind of what's the word? Kind of usher her into that spot. Because if you're managing her, you still gonna get part of the bag.
And what the funny thing I want to say about that is when people are like, "Oh, she's out there trying to be Beyonce. Oh, she needs to get a new image." Well, who do you think is mentoring and defining her image?
Literally.
Beyonce.
Beyonce,
Beyonce's the one
literally.
managing her.
Yeah, I
So
don't. But that's the
you know,
problem.
right.
Like
So you think
for
that's the
me,
problem?
I think that's the problem because like I've been like you said it before. They want her to be Sasha Fierce. She's not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like she's not. She's not Beyonce. You know what I mean?
It's an
Like,
interesting
eh,
point. I can't say I disagree with you because it's an interesting point. You think maybe if she just kind of be a little bit more on her own and not be under, kind of like get out from Beyonce's shadow type of deal.
Right.
yeah, I think she's a like to me as far as like her artistry, like she writes her own songs. She's able to play I believe she plays multiple instruments and she can sing very well. So to me it's like you can't be what Sasha Fierce was beyond. That's Beyonce thing. Like you're not that. Like she's not that. So I feel like she's like stuck and like in between trying to figure out where she's gonna go to me. And then also one of the callers, I don't know if she's still on here. A lot of people are like, well, why didn't Cassie? You asked why Cassie didn't get backlash. A lot of
Right.
people are not gonna give Cassie backlash because of Diddy. They hate Diddy, and
Right.
so anything she
Another good
do to
point.
where she's succeeding
Right.
or she's being shown without him, they're gonna hype that up. Like it's
So
gonna get hyped.
even over the big bad wolf, Chris Brown. I mean, because I thought that that's what it was about. I
Yeah.
thought it was how could you do a record with
Big
Chris
bad
Brown?
wolf.
Have
You know.
she did a video? A lot of people don't remember when Chris and Rihanna got in that fight. Cassie was the first person that did that video with him and Crawl.
Yeah, I do
She
remember.
was
You're
she
right.
was
You're
the
right.
video
You're right.
model and Crawl,
You're
and this
right.
was right after he got into that incident with Rihanna.
You're
No
right.
one said nothing then,
Yep.
so
No,
they're not gonna say anything now. Like I don't have a like me. I didn't have a problem with her doing a video with Chris Brown because that's her job. Like she's trying to get a hit song. She's not. She shouldn't be worried about how you feel about this person because one day they're gonna be hyping Chris Brown, the next day they're gonna be mad at him. So her job is to sing music and do what she needs to do. Either you rock with her or you don't. Because Kristen came out with a lot of features, with a lot of
Mhm.
women, and no one had a problem with it. It's just you can't pick and choose. Either you gonna be upset with him about being a woman beater and don't listen to his music at
Right.
all. Don't mess with him, period. Or you're gonna mess with him and you're gonna support his music. I like Chris Brown. His personal life, I could take him outside of his personal life and just rock with the music. Like he's
Right.
an artist. He made a mistake in his past. Now, whether he's still doing it or not, that's up for question. But either you rock with him or you don't. Like, just like that's not her fault that Chris did this when he was a teenager.
Right.
Either you gonna rock with Chloe, like either you gonna listen to her music, either you gonna like it. Judge it off based off of what she's doing, not off of his past. Cause he didn't drop a few hits that people rocking with, and they love it in the comments. Like I love Warm Embrace.
Right.
If
I thought
Rihanna,
that fly, and the
yeah,
video was dope with
right, they
Normani
killed
in
it.
it. That was dope.
And people be talking about Rihanna. Rihanna went back to Chris Brown. She did a whole song with the dude. Karuchi be around Chris
Exactly.
Brown, don't have a problem with it. And he's the woman saying he's allegedly put his hands on. So for me, if they cool with him, then that's none of my business. But I want to see. For me, I don't have a problem with Chloe. I think she's a great artist, and I hope she succeeds. But I think that they need to like switch up her image or something. That's just how I see it.
Well, I
And
appreciate you,
also,
Amanda. I appreciate you a lot. Who was that? Hey, it's me.
yeah, I want to say something too. And I feel like the reason why people didn't really say anything about Cassie, because honestly, let's be for real, Cassie is not as popping as she was back then. But
Hmm.
people are very selective. I'm like, why do y'all pick and choose? But I feel like people, if you was gonna shit on Chloe for doing a feature with Chris Brown, y'all should have kept that same energy with Nicki Minaj. I feel like a
I
lot of these
mentioned that
artists,
earlier. Mentioned that
yeah,
earlier.
they should have. Like, and also I don't understand why people hate on Chloe, but the problematic ones don't get as much hate. I'm gonna be honest, like Nikki and the City Girls and these other celebs, they're very problematic. But Nikki has received a bunch of hate over time, but it's like every single day people are just coming at Chloe left and right. There's not one time I go on social media or go on a blog, people talking shit about Chloe.
Me
And
neither.
It
I'm like,
doesn't
why
matter.
y'all
It
hate her?
doesn't matter what she's doing. She could be acting. She could be modeling something she has on. She could be doing beats. She could be
Yep.
singing covers. She could be, and all of
And
these
it's
things she's doing
always
very
a
well. All these
yep.
things she's doing very well, by the way. Covering other people's songs, doing her own beats, showing that she produces her own tracks. Something that, I mean, to be honest with you, quite frankly, dare I say this, she's more talented than Beyonce. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
I
Like pound
totally
for
agree.
pound,
Totally
pound for
agree.
pound.
Because
Now,
if well,
yeah,
I judge artists and talent by how many different things can you do. And when you that's when you're judging talent. So Beyonce can sing, Chloe can sing, Beyonce can dance, Chloe can dance. I don't Beyonce can choreograph, Chloe can choreograph. I don't know how many instruments Beyonce plays. I don't know whether Beyonce can do beats. I've seen Chloe do beats from scratch. I've seen Chloe vocal arrange. I've seen Chloe choreograph.
and
So
she's a musician. You've seen her
and
play
right,
instruments live on stage.
multiple instruments. So and I know it's a small sample. I don't need much of a sample to say she already acts better than Beyonce.
She already
Beyonce
acts better than
cannot act.
Beyonce's a
I don't
terrible
care what
actor.
anyone
Well,
says. Beyonce could never act to me. She's never been a good actress. So, in my opinion, she got put on that screen because she was Beyonce. And when you're up there like that, when you have that sort of fan base and popularity, of course, movie companies would be silly not to sign you or not to put you in front of the screen because they know your fan base. She has a rabid fan base. Not as much now as it was, let's say, 5 years ago, because hell, the people are starting to grow older. But the her fan base was gonna support everything that she does. So they know, hell, if we put Beyonce in, if we give Beyonce this role, right? If we give Beyonce this role, all of her fans are gonna come and support, and they're all gonna watch this movie. I mean, so it was
F.
it was silly not to put her on screen. Yes, go ahead.
Well, I have this question. So, do you think, because you said all of that, do you think Beyonce is low key sabotaging her, keeping her in the back
A
because
lot of
she is
people
more
say
talented than
that.
her?
A lot of
That
people
Be-
say
that
that,
that
Amanda.
that
A
goes.
lot of people say. I'm glad you
Yeah,
said it.
I'm glad she
I
said it
didn't
because
say it, but
that goes back to what I was saying about the Mariah Carey thing with Allure. All right, now Mariah Carey was still, that was the first mistake with her. She was a little at the, like, in the prime of her career when she signed Allure, but
right.
a lot of people were saying that she was actually, because she was seeing Allure's their shows, and they were tearing down the
Tearing
shows,
down the shows.
and every single female in that group of law are great singers. It's
They
not like
can sing.
one person can say they can all sing, right? And that has been something that a lot of people wondered about, and the rumblings was about, did Mariah actually sabotage her own group that she signed? It was the first group signed to Crave Records. That was her.
Good point.
That was them.
because, like, to me, and I don't care what people say, to me, Kelly Rowland is a better singer than
A
Beyonce.
lot of people say that.
Like, and I
A
feel
lot of
like,
people have said that. And now I don't know whether I agree with that or not, but I can say it's not a crazy argument because too many people have said it. And you're talking about people. I'm not talking about fans or people who don't like Beyonce. You got people like Tank. You have people like singers who have come out and like, yo, this girl, we have been, remember when Tank got in that trouble when he said we've been programmed to think Beyonce, to automatically think Beyonce is the best singer in Destiny's Child, when Kelly is a hell of a singer.
yeah.
Now,
And I felt like I feel like she should have been close to, if not as big as Beyonce. just based off of just flat out just the girl can sing like. And I feel like when they did that to her album, like how they did her first album, they released that song. I think they released the song that Solange wrote
Yeah,
instead of
right,
on
right.
purpose, and she
Yeah.
was dropping the same time as Beyonce.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and you know she always takes the back seat to Beyonce. That's been one issue I've had with Kelly. She's always taking the back seat to Beyonce, and that's pretty much what that song "Dirty Laundry" was about. You know, she pretty much told people in that song that them two, after a while, they started butting heads. You know, and people was coming to Kelly and telling Kelly, "Yo, look at this. So she's trying to play you." You know what I mean? But Kelly is she's another one who's non-confrontational. You know what I mean? So she pretty much just like, well, you know, they made it. They programmed everyone to say that that's Beyonce's group. Destiny's Child. They even started playing with the name. That's Tina's child. So that's
Mm.
so that's Beyonce's group. You know what I mean? So and
Yeah.
then it's always been, if Beyonce don't come back, if Beyonce leaves Destiny's Child, if Beyonce don't want to do a reunion, it's never gonna happen. And it's like whatever they're like, whatever Beyonce wants, because she is in turn that is her group. And technically, even if she might not be the best singer.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
and also, I want to say something. And when someone says, "Oh, so and so's the Beyonce of a certain group," that also plays into is the Beyonce group thing. And I felt Kelly was
Mm,
pushed back to the side, and she was never given the full recognition. And I really want to
true.
see more of Kelly. And I feel like I know the Beehive gonna get mad at me, but I feel like Beyonce is very self-centered, very self-centered.
She's
And I
always
feel,
been.
and also I feel
I,
like,
I won't say always. Since she's married Jay, she's been that
Yeah,
way.
because
and
that's how
also,
Jay is. That's how Jay is.
and yeah, and also, the point of Destiny's Child was centered around Beyonce before these girls even came in. I feel like it was
Mm,
the reason why it was centered around Beyonce was so she can be able to go solo and have a bigger career. Because back in the day, girl groups, boy groups were always been big, and I
hmm
feel like Chloe. There's no hate to Chloe. She's not gonna be the next Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce's basically putting Blue Ivy is gonna be putting Blue Ivy in her spot. The issue is that Blue Ivy's not old enough. She's not old
mm.
enough.
So you think she's just kind of stalling, stalling out Chloe because she wants Blue Ivy to be her replacement when she gets
That's
a couple of
interesting.
years older. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting
but
point.
I mean,
Interesting.
if you go off of like, they better hope Blue Ivy can sing, because what she did on Brown Scale Girls, that's not it. Like, and I'm not, and she a child, but I'm not hating. Beyonce could sing when she was her daughter's age.
Right.
So I don't, I, I I'm
Oh
not trying to be
Lord.
funny. I'm just keeping it a buck. So
oh
that's nice, but
Oh
I don't like.
Lord.
I think she wants Blue Ivy to be a star, but I don't see it. I don't
Yeah.
see it because Beyonce at that age, Beyonce, Kelly,
Was
you could say
already
what you want.
singing.
All
Yeah.
of them they could sing. Like they could sing. And so I know
The,
she had her performing on stage with her, but
yeah. The writing was on the wall, pun
yeah,
intended. Back
yeah.
then.
So that's just my thought on that. But hopefully, I wish Chloe success. I wish all of them success. But it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I
And
mean,
thank
I'm
you for
not
that,
sure.
Amanda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Thank you
clear.
for your take.
I'm just gonna clear the panel for now.
Mm.
And then we're going to I'm gonna ramp it back up because we're about to get into Wes. I'm gonna let you close the Beyonce thing. We got to get into the reaction to this sex scene, which is now become the most freakiest and raunchiest sex scene ever in the
Jesus
history of
Christ.
Hollywood.
Like, I've seen stuff on Tubi freakier than that.
Exactly. So, you want to wrap up the Beyonce thing? I think you're getting ready to say something.
No, I really just to wrap it up, I feel like, Beyonce. I just hope Beyonce does stay. Now, to what I think it was Amanda who said it. If she does not take her on tour with her,
Mm,
then that the fix might be in, you know, because I
right.
I kind of feel that in order, especially now, I know she sees all the backlash and negativity that
Absolutely. That's
Chloe.
the one. That's
Yeah,
another thing that I did want to talk about. Thank you for bringing that up. It's like you see all of the backlash. Her going on tour with her would be the perfect remedy for that.
it
But
would.
if the rumors are true, and if she brings Megan on tour with her, wow, that's gonna say a lot. That's gonna say a lot. Now,
I mean,
now she
shit, she could bring them both on tour with her. If
now she
that's the
brings them
case,
both. Yeah, if she
bring
brings
them
them both,
both. I
I'll
mean,
see.
this is
But
gonna
if she
be one of
brings
the biggest
Megan
tours.
and not Chloe,
This is probably gonna be one of the biggest tours ever. You know what I mean? So, people got to start thinking that this is gonna kind of be like Beyonce's last hurrah. I don't care what anybody says.
right,
She's not gonna continue to do stuff like this. And this is kind of like when Michael Jackson was gearing up for the This Is It tour. When he was gearing up for that, he was looking to make over $1 billion off that tour. But
right.
um, she could bring them both on. But I think no matter what, Chloe Bailey needs to be on this tour.
On this
She
tour.
needs to be opening up. She could be the first act opening up. Then, if you want to bring Megan and let Megan come in after her and then Beyonce, then fine. But Chloe Bailey needs to be on this tour. And if she's not on this tour, you have to start thinking, what is Beyonce doing? What is she thinking about this young woman's career?
All right. Now the big talk over the past now going on 48 damn hours. And if you want to go, I see here. Um, there's this footage here, and it is the video. To me, I'll be honest with you. Everybody who who saved that little 13 seconds and then went and reposted it, that's creepy. Y'all creepy to me. Y'all actually walking around with that on your phone. So well not even
Not
it's
safe
about
for
30
work.
seconds.
Not
Right,
safe
not
for
safe
work.
for
Clip.
work. So let me see if I can share the screen here with the thread. Hold on. So this is what everybody is going so nuts about, which I don't understand. So now Chloe was on. She was in an interview and on a podcast or on a TV show or something, and she was talking about uh her scene coming up with dancing. Right? She was talking about her scene coming up with dancing, and she said clearly stated in there that she wasn't comfortable at first with the scene with dancing because of his experience, and I'm sure he's done sex scenes before, made her feel comfortable, yada yada yada. She let people know that it looks real, but there's a ball in between us. Wes and me, from being directors, we know there's all sorts of things you put there for sex scenes because a lot of women don't feel comfortable with a man's genitalia touching them that they don't know. Right? So or that they have not had not sexually active with. Women just don't be actresses, especially. This is not porn. This is acting. And for me to see, even after Chloe sat up there and said, and I hate to always get on this generation, but I'm sorry, I gotta blame it on this generation because there's no way that people our age and in their upper 30s that shouldn't even be people, and I don't even like to blame it on them being Gen Z because even if you're Gen Z, you should damn know better. you should know that that ain't real. So for me to be seeing
Real.
all of these comments under somebody says, is that real? And for me to see 600 and something likes on that question, see people saying, yep, yes, it's real. Don't you hear her moaning? There was several people saying, yeah, it's real. Oh, why does this look so real? LOL. Well, maybe because it's done in Hollywood, and that's what they want you to believe. They have to make you believe it's real.
That's the point. It's life it's art imitating life. So that's you want if you're now from a writer, producer, director perspective, as we do, when we're writing sex scenes, when we're shooting sex scenes, we want them to look real too. But I got
Exactly.
some news for you. You know, we shot Playing Dirty. Go check out Playing Dirty, by the way, on Tubi. When we shot Playing Dirty, we shot a whole threesome sex scene, and a
Right.
lot of people were saying, "Man, that looked real good. That looked real," and this and that. Good.
Man, when
That's
they
what you want.
really, did y'all, wait a minute, that's what you want people to say. You want people to
You
say,
want them to ask.
but for people, but this is like, right, you could say it looks real, but you should know that people have been doing sex scenes since the 1940s, 1930s and 40s. And for people to try to say after she sat on TV, but then again, to me, it has to do with because who it is, because it's Chloe. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't care what she says. That was real. So now Chloe is just on here having sex with a regular TV show. So now because she's
With a
doing too
random
much,
dude.
right, and she's trying too hard, she's willing to have sex with Damson Idris with all of those people on set. She's willing to have real sex with Damson Idris. And I'm telling you, if you go down the comments, there's 1,092 comments on the person saying, "Man, Damson giving Chloe Bailey back shots in this new series is wild. Damson
Okay,
is
first,
shooting
yep,
such
yeah.
scenes with Chloe Bailey and going
Yeah.
home to Lori Harvey."
He's an actor. That's what happens when you're an actor. It's so idiotic to see these people say what they say. First of all, Damson Idris is not giving back shots to Chloe Bailey. The character that he's playing is giving back shots to the character that Chloe Bailey is
Thank you.
playing. That's
Right,
number one.
right.
That's number one. Okay, they are playing characters. Period. So please, people just can't. And someone put up, I put it up there. Someone said, "You've seen, first of all, as far as the sex scene, and we'll get deeper into that, but you've seen worse on Power." They're like, and this is
Exactly.
no way
Way
near the
worse.
sex scenes on Power, especially season one and season two. They would,
Freaking Ghost and Angela?
hell, even Ghost and Tasha in season one. Ghost and Tasha in
I mean,
season one had some heavy sex
exactly.
scenes.
Jody and Yvette. Way more. And Baby Boy. Jody and Yvette was way more explicit. They're calling this an explicit sex scene?
Please, when they're
This is explicit?
when
So
yeah,
what is Monster Ball?
that's downright porn if this is explicit because this
Right,
this was shot in a certain way where it was giving you everything and nothing at the same time. You know what I mean?
right.
It gave you visually it's almost like it was brilliantly shot actually because it makes you seem or feel like so much you're getting and you're seeing so much, and it's really you added in the sound effects, added in, their acting, like the moaning and the this and the that. All of that stuff plays a part in the scene that makes it feel real. Okay, so and the way they
Right.
shot it was the only time that you was able to actually tell it was Chloe is because that first shot that's from the perspective of Damson Idris' character, and you see her reflection in the mirror. That's the only time that you
That's
actually
it.
know that it's her.
Can tell it's Chloe. Right.
Yeah.
This shot right here, if you're looking at my screen, this shot right
Yep.
here,
That's how you could
when
tell
she
it's her.
lifts her head up, that's
Beautiful
the only
shot, by the
time they
way.
show it's up.
Great, great
Right.
shot.
The rest
Because
of the scenes,
you're using the
the
mirror
rest of the
now.
scenes,
I'm getting
you can
technical now.
just see
You're using
her
the
her
mirror.
butt.
Right. You're using the mirror to show you who actually we're seeing right now. Perfect shot. And then you got her in the shot too, watching them. It's a great shot. That's all that is. So people are looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, and for people to be making this, seem, if you didn't see it, there's a quick glimpse of it. For people to be making this seem like this is just so explicit and oh my God, she also so now she's resulted to doing porn, huh? Porn? So, so
Yeah, it's crazy.
what Chloe Bailey's doing that's porn to you?
Mm. Oh,
I mean,
y'all watch some
again,
boring ass porn. That's some boring ass porn. If that's what y'all watching. If y'all watching porn like this, boy,
right?
that's some boring porn.
Exactly. Mama Goatseed said, "Euphoria going ham. Everybody be bucket naked, swinging, except Zendaya."
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's Seth
Except
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
That's true.
And
She know
and Zendaya has love scenes. She has lesbian love scenes,
she's got lesbian love scenes in
right?
there. But yeah, but
Right.
oh man, Euphoria, they go hard. They go hard. You know what I
Now
mean?
that
So
is soft porn. Some of this scenes be soft porn.
they showing full frontal. You got full frontal
Right.
shots in Euphoria on both ends, men and women. You got full frontal shots and stuff like that. All types of craziness going on. But yeah, I mean, and you saying that this is explicit? No, it's not explicit. You know what I mean? It's made to be what it is. The characters, and if you watch the series, you'll understand why that scene was the way it was because of the type of character that Damson Idris plays in this series. So
Right.
it's all about something. Gratuitous sex is one thing, but something that serves the story, which this does, just because it's in the beginning of the show, but this scene serves the story going forward, and you have to be able to understand that. That's what makes sex scenes necessary. Y'all need to come and check out my show when I be talking about shooting sex scenes, and maybe y'all will maybe people get a little more perspective on how it works.
Right. Then y'all look at it. I mean, it is a production. Do you realize if they mess up, he has to say, "All right, stop, cut." You got to go in there. You got to re-shine Chloe. You got to reset Damson. All right, you got to pick up from where we left off. Start pumping again,
Yeah.
Damson.
And by the way, that's
Audio
water.
ready.
That's water and oil that they spray on him. He's not really sweating, people. That's water and oil that they
Right.
spray on
And
him. Just to let you know.
and as far as and I just see the craziest comment. Oh, um she said that it was a ball between the two of them. I don't see no ball. Somebody really said that. Somebody really said that.
You're not supposed to see the ball. That's the point. What is wrong with people?
I don't see
Most of the
no
time,
bouncing ball.
exactly. Thank you. You just let us know that we did our jobs.
Wow. And here's the thing that I say, and I don't want to criticize anyone that's left that may have said this. I'm sorry. When people say, well, they can't get over the fact that they're adults, you're weird. You're weird. If you are that into a celebrity that you're saying, I just can't let go of the fact that she's not a child anymore, you're weird.
That is weird. It's creepy and weird. Why do you want her to stay a child? That's the way I get out of it. That's weird and creepy. Can't get over the fact that she's not a child anymore. Why?
And we don't want this for her because we're used to her being a child. Huh? You know, oh, the moaning sounds real. Um, Chloe didn't write this movie, guys. Chloe didn't write the movie.
She did
Um,
not.
Another thing on that, Prince, not Prince, Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, is in episode 2,
She is.
and she's in episode 2.
She is.
So
Hmm.
she has a I don't know if you can find that, but she has a dialogue in there that says something about that. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Paris Jackson took a shot at Halsey," because in the episode she says, that's why I call myself Halsey, because I'm let's she say I'm something like I'm black and people I forgot exactly what she said, but everyone took it as a shot at, oh, Paris
Okay.
Jackson took a shot at Halsey.
Paris
Paris
Jackson
Jackson
didn't
did
take a
not
shot at
write
nobody.
this
She didn't. She didn't.
script.
She didn't write the script. First of all, it ain't Paris Jackson. It's whoever the character that she played. That's number
Right.
one. It's not Paris Jackson. It's Paris Jackson's character that said what she said. And Paris Jackson did not write that script. She is not going to just come out of nowhere and say something like that. I mean, it's idiotic what people do and what they say. These people are doing a job. They were hired to act in this series. They got roles. They're playing characters. It's make believe. Let's put it simple for you. It's make believe. Stop trying to, you know, connect the characters. And I hate it. I have to say it. Black people do that way too often. Our
Yep.
people do that. You get into these shows, you get into power, and then you start, harassing them in real life because of what they did in the show. It happened to
Right.
Lisa Lauren, or whatever her name is. Happened to Michael Rainey Jr. Happened to Amari Hardwick. They're
Right.
playing characters. Like, stop it. Stop it.
Black people do that way too
Too
often.
much, man. It's fantasy. And I hate to say this too, but it's the truth. Social media has helped blur the lines between reality and fantasy. So by
Right.
even if someone actually, because I don't know if you said you saw that was like an article. If someone had the nerve to say Paris Jackson taking a shot at anybody, shame on them. They should have never written a piece like that because
Yep.
she's playing a character.
No, it wasn't an article. It was
Oh,
a it was a fan, of course.
oh, fan.
There were people saying that. I think a blog ended up saying, "Oh, shame on the blog." Said Paris Jackson takes a shot at Halsey and she's getting dragged by Halsey. Paris Jackson didn't create
Well, Halsey fans are
that
stupid.
script.
They shouldn't be dragging Paris Jackson because they're dumb. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at who wrote the episode, because that's the person who wrote that episode and they said what they said about it. So that's who you get angry with. You don't get angry with. You don't kill the messenger. You don't get angry with the person who is tasked with saying what they said. But people do that
Right.
all the time. They do it all the time. Too much. They're getting too much into this. It's make believe. That's all I can say. I have to talk to them like they 5-year-olds. It's make
Yeah.
believe.
Sad. Sad. Um. Anyway, I pretty much, like I said, in closing, I will just simply say this: I think black people are haters, and I think it starts
Right.
and ends there. I think they can make all the excuses they want about why they don't like Chloe. Most of it, you don't see a lot of straight black men saying they don't like Chloe,
Nope.
right?
No, I don't.
You don't see a lot of you don't see a lot of white people saying they don't like Chloe.
Nope.
Most of the criticism that comes from Chloe, and I've went through every platform, Lipstick Alley, Twitter, Instagram, wherever our people hang out at, wherever social media community our people hang out at. And I look at the comments, comment after comment after comment, and yes, I look to see who is making these comments. And it is mostly, when it's dragging our people, it's mostly black women and gay black men.
Yeah.
That's who's mostly dragging Chloe. That's who's mostly dragging Normani. That's who's mostly dragging. Man, now, Megan Thee Stallion. You got to put the men into that as well, because she's up against a man. So that male has a lot of male friends as well. But Megan gets dragged by a lot of black women, black men, right? And that's where most of the hate is coming from. We hate on our own way more than we get hated on by people who aren't our
Mm,
own.
yep.
We hate
And
on
that's
our
a shame.
own way more, and that's sad.
That's sad, and because and the proof is in the numbers, because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. And when you have artists going over, leaving America to go to overseas, and their concerts are filled
Look
with
at Chris
white
Brown. Look at Chris
with
Brown in London.
non-black people, and they're showing him so much
Yep.
love, him
No,
or her.
no,
Listen,
every
this
word
is
to every song.
this is why I say my final word on the Chloe thing is, back to Beyonce. It is so important for Chloe to be on this tour, because
Yep.
she's going to get a chance to actually witness how much love she's going to get when she leaves America and
Yep.
goes and performs in front of a bunch of white people, as opposed to performing in front of a bunch of
Black
black
people.
people or a bunch of
And a bunch of people
non-black
that hang
people.
out on Twitter.
Because
Like
if
I
the
said,
Asians do, Asians
Chloe,
go hard too. Japan
right.
and China
Chloe,
go
leave the
hard.
country, Chloe. Leave the country, get out of America,
It's
go and
gonna
do
it's gonna it's gonna recharge her. It's gonna give her more confidence that, hey, I'm doing something right. Because if you go by the urban America and the two groups that you mentioned most, like you said, black women and gay black men, if you go by those two groups, urban America, you, especially the way she lets the you see she lets stuff get to her, she'll be
right.
ready to quit. So you
Yep.
gotta go ahead and see the world, young lady, and get out there, go on a world tour. That's why, Beyonce, you have an opportunity to really bring this girl and lift her up to
Yep.
another level. If you don't do that, I have to question your motives.
Right.
Sorry.
And I told people, um, and people can watch out for this, and I let people know this before, right along the time when all that stuff was going down. This is even before the court date, right around the time of Megan's court date. when she started hanging out with Dua Lipa, and when she started she went on tour with a pop artist, when she started giving interviews to white mediums, to white platforms. Now she's out of this contract and she's got the full backing of Rock Nation. I just saw her today in the White House. Watch Megan Thee Stallion's change. Watch the change. Because what she's thinking now is black people don't fuck with me. Black people don't mess with me because I got dragged all through social media for 2 years. And it was by my people.
Being the victim.
Being a victim. It was by my people.
And got dragged by
black people don't mess with me. So guess what? Now that I got redemption, I'm not messing with y'all. And you can now you see now, of course, you're seeing all the I'd like to apologize. I've seen about 10 people so far. I would like to apologize to Megan. I'd like to apologize to Megan. It's too late. It's too late. So when she goes off and starts doing like Lizzo, like I don't want to hear no black people. Oh, she makes like they complain to Lizzo. She makes music for white people. All y'all do is drag Lizzo and talk about her weight, talk about this, talk about she's a flop. Why should she make music for us? When all we've done is shitting on Lizzo. Why should she make music for us? You could take that as far as anything in your personal life. Yep. If somebody don't rock with you, when you make it, should you rock with them? I wouldn't.
I haven't.
I'm not going to rock with somebody who didn't rock with me before.
For sure.
I don't give a damn what color you are. I mess with who mess with me. I don't give a damn what color you are. So all this stuff about, but black, the black. I mess with who mess with me. That's it. Who supports me, that's who I support.
This person says Chloe came out trampy too quick.
And
so is there a timeline? Is there a timeline for being trampy?
To be trampy?
I don't know what that means.
So let me ask you a question. Who ain't trampy? Like, when you give me an artist right now who is making it, right? You give me an artist right now who's popping, who ain't trampy. Give me one. Give me one. Give me one.
Yeah, that is.
She was a kid, all right, but she's not a kid anymore.
She's not a kid anymore.
She hasn't been a kid. What is she? 24, 23, 24? She ain't been a kid in 6 years.
Right, she's not a kid no more. She's grown, and that's no excuse. To me, that's making an excuse to hate on somebody.
Right. Oh, we're gonna hate on her because she came out trampy too quick. So what? She should have came out. She should have came out and made two Disney albums, and then went trampy. Then they'd call her fake.
Right. Exactly.
There was no scenario in which people just don't like Chloe. And again, you have to. I will take you back again because, like I said, I'm petty. Go back to now. You see people saying she should have stayed in Chloe and Holly. Oh, Holly's better than Chloe. Go back to Chloe and Holly. First of all, Chloe and Holly wasn't even popping together. Y'all didn't support them, so I didn't want to hear that. Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't even buy their records. Right? How many years did it take for them to get one record on the radio?
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was like, what happened to Chloe and Holly? So it's not like y'all was supporting Chloe and Holly and then she went solo.
Yeah.
So Chloe and Holly wasn't even popping like that.
I think the last time I saw them perform together might have been like the Essence Fest or something like that. Right. It might have been something like that.
And people were shitting on them on Twitter. Oh, they're boring. They're boring. That's what they were saying them together. They're boring. They're boring. So now, and if you go back to those comments 2 years ago, all you see is, and I'll tell somebody to go back to it right now. Go back to that video, Do It. I think it was Do It. before Chloe even put out solo music, right? Oh, Chloe needs to go solo. Holly's holding Chloe back. Oh, I can't wait till Chloe goes solo. This ain't it. Holly's just too boring. She's just too goody-goody. Chloe needs to go solo. Them comments are still there. Go back and look. The comments are still there. People were saying Chloe needs to go solo because Holly's too boring. And she's holding Chloe back.
The bottom line is both of them, like you said, they weren't getting the support they should have been getting as a group. Now they're both going in their own directions, which is fine. Holly is going where she's going in her direction, on the Disney thing. That's great. Chloe is going in her direction. Chloe is gonna, I believe, despite all of the backlash or all of the, because let's be honest, at the grand scheme of things, the backlash is really just coming from a small group of people. It just seems like it's big, but it's a small group of people at the scheme of the world. So I believe that this series is going to help catapult Chloe into more lanes, because she needs to. Because if she's gonna rely on black folk to help her with her career as an artist, she's not going to be an artist for very long. So she might as well go ahead and open up other lanes and show her multi-talented skills.
Right.
So I believe it's going to push her because she, like I said before, I to critique her performance, I think she did a really good job for this being, it's not her first. She's been a couple other things. I think she did a really good job for the character, and it really, really helps the story. So if you just get that crap out your mind and watch the series, you'll appreciate Chloe's performance.
Yeah, people are going there. Don't just go there. You're going there watching the sex scene, and then that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going there watching the sex scene, and then you're coming running to Twitter. Oh man, that was bad. Oh, Chloe, this series is terrible. You got people that are making posts, and they're going around and they're taking out all the bad posts that they see, and then they're making their own little posts and say, "Look at all these bad reviews that Chloe's show is getting." And I'm like, but wait a minute.
That
If you
show's
go on
actually getting
Hollywood
very good
Unlocked,
reviews. Yeah,
right? If you
getting
go
a
on
lot of good
Hollywood
reviews.
Unlocked, most of the comments was positive, and of course she didn't have any comments from Hollywood Unlocked. She went and got comments from Twitter. She went and got comments from Lipstick Alley, and she said, "Look at the general public ain't feeling Chloe." From so far with me, it's a good series. You know what I mean? I think it's a good series. I think Chloe's hella talented to me. Like I said, out there. And that's what people swear they want. When there was a whole bunch of, the funny thing is, when there was a whole bunch of girls, right? When it was a whole bunch of girls rapping and people who saying they don't have talent and not really rapping, man, when are we going to get back to real talent? When are we going to get back to real talent? And Ice Spice is the princess of rap. but I thought you wanted real talent.
Right.
But Ice Spice is the princess of rap.
And you're looking at real talent right here with Chloe Bailey.
She don't got a fake body, so you can't use that. A lot of them girls out now got fake bodies. She don't got a fake ass. She don't got a fake chest. She's talented. It's not like she's not talented. It's not like she can't sing. She can sing. She could do her own music. She can dance. She can act. She can vocal arrange. She can write songs.
Plays
What's
instruments.
the problem? Plays instruments. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, for all the people who just think that I'm just talking. That's one thing I don't do. I don't just talk trash. Go back to and give me and somebody come up with an explanation other than black people or rap fans are just bandwagon jumpers. And when they wanted it's exactly whatever when Erykah Badu made that comment, everybody said she was crazy. She said people are coming around here, they're walking around trying to be a part of that 85% of the world that are followers. 85% of the world go to social media and do whatever they see the majority doing.
Yep.
And she said, and that's what people are trying to do, because that's the reason why you have so many people shitting on Ice Spice when she first came out. She only came out a few months ago, right? So shitting on Ice Spice, and remember when Drake unfollowed Ice Spice, oh, forget it. They all was destroying her. Oh, if Drake unfollowed her, that's it. She's done. She's done. Everyone was saying she was done. She can't rap. If you look back at those comments, okay, this song's going straight to the toilet bowl. You know, they were instead of saying, you know, straight to the top, this song's heading straight for the bottom. You know, all of those comments about Ice Spice. This girl can't rap. Drake talking about Ice Spice. He just want to smash. The only thing she's good for is smashing. Now all of a sudden she can. I see people. She do got bars. Low key, when you listen to her, she do got bars.
Now low key when you listen to it. So you wouldn't listen to her before.
so you wouldn't listen.
So why'd you even make a comment on it if you wasn't listening to her? Yeah, you making yourself look crazy.
Right. People, you know. Like I said, people write the jokes and they make themselves the punchline themselves. See, they don't think that there's a ball hanger like me that don't got nothing to do. I make my money from home. That has nothing to do but serve comments from 2 years ago. Because I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna make you answer to it. You see, the shade room and all them, they not gonna pay you no mind. But you want to come and make a comment on my page when I track down a comment of you from 2 years ago, you better have an answer for me when I bring it up to you. Ain't this you?
This you? Yeah. I mean, it's. I mean, I'm pretty much done with the whole thing. It's just, I can't stand. Trust me, man. It happens all the time. But yet, once again, I have to bring it up. You don't see this happening I mean, hell, you want to talk about going from kid to trampy? Look at Miley Cyrus.
Yep.
Miley Cyrus is a Disney kid.
Disney kid. She went from kid to
half
trampy.
the Disney kids went from Disney to trampy.
Them white folks accepted her right back. You didn't see white folks say, we're disowning you. She even came over here and started fucking rappers.
Yeah.
You didn't see any white people. You didn't see any white fans.
Get ready to disown
we're disowning Miley Cyrus.
They thought about disowning her.
They thought about disowning when she started smashing niggas. But they, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to disown their own. We quit to disown. We quit to cancel, but won't cancel nobody else. We won't cancel them. We won't cancel their color.
Yeah.
But we gonna cancel our own color quick.
That's our own color quick. It's ridiculous. Crabs in a bucket, pull each other down. Slave, motherfucker. Slave mentality, house nigga mentality, field nigga mentality. Same stuff. We ain't got over it yet.
And that's why we'll stay chasing them. That's why we'll stay behind as a whole. I have to say we because I'm black. That's why we're going to say as a people, we going to stay behind them. That's why we're going to stay saying the Jews own everything. Oh, the white man owns everything. Oh, they control this. They control that.
You know why the Jews own
out of that slave mentality.
Right. Gonna tell you why the Jews own everything, because they got something called bar mitzvahs when the male turns 13 or whatever it is, they set him up for the rest of his life because everybody that comes there brings money. Right? This is how this is what's called generational wealth. That's how it's built, right? And then when Jay-Z tries to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99, everybody think he's trying to son him. But he's letting
Right.
you know, how did Jews take over Manhattan? Credit.
Right. Well, our old head always trying to tell us what to do. It don't play out no more than it's played out with Jay-Z. He been trying to give y'all little young niggas game for the longest, but y'all don't want to listen. So
I want to listen.
Stay broke, stay miserable,
Y'all still taking,
stay unhappy.
Y'all still taking advances, huh? Exactly. The reason why I'm saying that is because there's ways to build generational wealth, but we don't want to go that way. We want the quick way, or we want to make sure everyone knows. Put a white billionaire next to a black billionaire. You'll be able to tell. You won't be able to tell that white man's a billionaire, but I guarantee you'll be able to tell that black man's a billionaire.
For instance, look at Diddy and look at Mark Zuckerberg. Who dressed like the billionaire?
Yeah.
Who dressed like the billionaire?
Yeah,
Diddy.
Who dresses like Diddy?
But who got more money? Zuckerberg.
Zuck. Yeah, exactly. Zuck got more money.
I'm getting out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. We didn't get to a lot of other topics. We'll cover that on the next live because it just got crazy on the panel.
Breaks my heart.
Breaks my heart. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks to all my moderators and for all y'all that's been here with rocking with me, rocking with the IE network since day one. All right, one.